Any questions, Heidi?
No, Commander.
If the need arises, and you fail to do this, you may be responsible for my death, and the crystallized may be lost in space forever.
I understand, Commander.
Commander's log. December 13th, 3306. Expedition Day 33. Commander John Pookie 84, reporting. 13 days to go 7,000 light years. Sounds ridiculous. But something in the nebula up ahead not only removed a portion of my logs from the ramble on, but caused me to end up on a planet that was just 1 light second from its star, with no memory of how I got there. I had to make sure I was ready, so I took my time getting here. Along the way, 4 major things happened. First, I took steps to make sure that whatever happened to the Ramble-On's logs didn't happen again. I'm copying all my logs to removable storage media and storing them in a small, lead-lined safe inside a Faraday cage. That will keep them safe from any radiation and hacking, and will make sure that I have a complete record of what happens in the nebula. Second, I took steps to make sure that whatever happened to me doesn't happen again. I enabled voice control on my ship instead of just manual inputs, and programmed a sequence of events to happen if a certain word is spoken. That's where the next major thing comes in. Third, I knew that just having a voice-activated command would be useless if I was incapacitated, so I modified Heidi a little. I gave her a voice. Long story short, she has my voice, only at a higher pitch than I normally have. It's not perfect, as I'm more of a hardware guy instead of a software guy, but it should work. All she needs to do is just say the certain word, and the crystallize will override any manual inputs and backtrack 2 jumps. This should get me out of danger if I were to fall unconscious or unresponsive. I had secretly slipped in her new modification through the data buffer. Every block of data she retrieved had a little part of the program, and it built itself into her code behind the scenes until I gave the command for it to activate. Heidi, execute command. Mallard. I didn't tell her this because I didn't want to get her hopes up about speaking in case it didn't work. The fourth and possibly biggest thing that happened was what I discovered along the way to the nebula. Heidi analyzed the scans of the rock on that planet in the system below the galactic plane and found that, while it was broadcasting the signal, it wasn't the origin point. It was just a repeater. She figured that out when we found more rocks on a different planet in a nearby system. They were made of the same stuff the repeater rock was, and were also repeating the signal. I went through several other systems before Heidi put all the pieces together. What she discovered was mind-boggling. The signal is being relayed throughout this area of the galaxy by a quantum communications network on an interstellar scale. Rocks a little bigger than an SRV and having traces of an element I named quantumium act as repeaters. From what I've been able to tell, quantumium is an element with pairs of atoms that are in a natural state of semi-entanglement with each other. What happens to the state of one atom will be duplicated in the other one at the exact same time across vast distances. This allows for information to be sent with almost no lag time. Since the states are only semi-entangled, there is a limit to how far the effect works. True entanglement works no matter the distance, but quantumium seems to have a range of only about 13,500 light-years, hence the repeater rocks. My favorite system was apparently right on the edge of the range of one of these repeaters, because that's where the signal was first picked up. The signal itself is very strange, too. Despite being able to be barely detectable from 13,000 light-years away, it hardly seemed to grow in strength the closer I got to the repeater rock. The signal frequency is almost the same as the cosmic microwave background, the echo of the Big Bang. So that may have something to do with it, but I'm not sure. What I am sure of, though, and Heidi confirms, is that the source of the signal is in that nebula up ahead. I'm as ready as I'm going to be. Let's do this.